this is like Britain's own version of TI.
Is it that big?
Well, it's not big in terms of the prize money, but in terms of the teams attending,
it is.
Holy crap!
I looked at the list.
Holy crap! I mean, wait, what? Seriously, like, I'm super impressed that you support the sponsors of the event, but I've never been to a sporting event, or any other event for that matter, where the crowd cheer during commercials.
It's a nice story when you say, look, these 5 are definitely going to win it. And then OG come out of nowhere.
That's what happened last year.
Surprise everyone, right?
That's what happened.
Let's talk about Birmingham.
ESL One Birmingham, of course.
You're going to be off.
Yes,
like pretty much
this
after
weekend.
this. After this,
yes,
recording.
this weekend I'm heading up to Birmingham after a visit to some friends in Cambridge. But yes, heading to Birmingham this week. Can't wait. Can't wait.
This must be the best event for you in terms of travel.
Yeah, in terms of travel, yeah. It takes me about, if I was going from home, I think it'd probably take me about 2.5, 3 hours to drive. Which door to door is by far and away the far. I mean, some of the German events that I do are quite quick because you can fly out of Gatwick really quickly, and then you can get there in 50 minutes, and then you can get off the other end. So probably like 4 hours, 5 hours maybe door to door.
You must enjoy this one though, because
this one is great because it's home country. I know where to get stuff if I'm stuck. I don't have to worry about packing the right deodorant.
The right plugs.
Or having the right plugs, or having the right medication, or any of those kind of stuff, because I know I can just get it in High Street. I feel very lucky that we've got a big event in the UK, because we haven't for many years. I mean, last year we had the 2 majors here. We had Counter-Strike with Face It, and obviously the major for ESL One last year in Birmingham as well. And this year, we still had some great stuff. I went to Call of Duty World League a couple of weeks ago. It was fantastic, really enjoyable. And there's some ECS stuff going on with Face It, and DreamHack have been here before. So we do have big events, but just not for Dota. And therefore, this is like Britain's own version of TI.
Is it that big?
Well, it's not big in terms of the prize money, but in terms of the teams attending.
It is.
Holy crap!
I looked at the list.
Holy crap! I mean, wait, what? I mean, originally, by the way, it also had Virtus Pro in here.
Yeah.
They had to pull out, sadly, but it also had Virtus Pro. So let's just go through the teams, and I'll split them by groups as well. So we've got Vici, major winner. Team Liquid, Ninjas in Pyjamas, did really well at the major. OG, TI champions. Forward Gaming, brilliant. TNC Predator, one of the best SEA teams in the world. Group B, Team Secret, major winners and just about everything else winners. EG, they're going to finish third at ESL One Birmingham, let's face it. PSG, LGD, King Gaming, Alliance and Gambit. So just phenomenal teams.
Yeah, literally.
Phenomenal teams.
The only one missing is VP, who pulled out.
Which they were in it, and now they pulled out, unfortunately. Which is a real shame, because I was looking forward to the whole, okay, we've got basically a mini major. We've got VP, Liquid, Secret, Vici, PSG, LGD, King, all of the mini ones, all in there, and unfortunately they've had to pull out. So that spoils it a little bit, but no, for British fans, it's effectively like their own version of TI, because they're not going to get a chance. Look, I'd never say never, I suppose, but I don't think we're ever going to get TI in the UK.
Okay, let's say in the next 3 years.
Definitely not in the next 3 years. So it's the closest thing that British fans have got, unless they want to travel to China, which some will. But not everyone's fortunate enough to have the money to go and do that.
Or was there in the first 36 seconds to get a ticket.
Quite, yeah. So ESL One Birmingham is their chance, is British fans' Dota 2 chance to come along and enjoy something special. And I know a lot of people messaged me last year about it, a lot of people messaged me this year about it, and a lot of new people have said to me, because of what happened last year, they're going to go this year. Because they kind of waited a little bit and went, I don't know if I want to go or not. I don't know if it's going to be any good. So they waited. This year, they're going to go. And a lot of people are saying to me, it's the first time they've ever watched Dota live. And the first time they've ever been to an esports event live. Yeah. Good news for you people. You're going to meet some amazing people that you're going to sit next to. You're never going to have met before, but you're going to make brand new friends with people that have a similar interest to you. At least one, right? Dota 2. Maybe 2, because they might support the same team. Maybe 3, because they might like the same personality or talent as well. But you're going to find people that enjoy what you enjoy, which I think is amazing.
They're definitely going to dislike a lot of the things you dislike in terms of...
Probably as well. Some popular items.
But tell me about the atmosphere in Birmingham.
Well, I mean, the atmosphere last year was incredible. I think we had 8,000 people inside the arena, but it felt like 25,000 people inside the arena because it was so loud. That's the first thing. The second thing is, a bit like Call of Duty World League a few weeks ago, there were football-style chants. most of them revolving around the Brazilians because they were very popular last year. We don't have a home team, obviously, so
and we're missing the Brazilians.
We're missing the Brazilians this year, which is a shame. So we'll have to adopt another team, but they'll find one from the group stages, and then they go to the arena. It will usually be one that's got lots of bravado, that maybe is a little bit underdog-like. It'll be one of those teams, and they'll just adopt them as their own, and they'll become British just for this event. We do that a lot. But there'll be chants, and there'll be songs, and there'll be singing, and there'll be some sort of balloon in the crowd that's actually like a real-life I.O. That people are banging around. And security will probably pop one now and again just to annoy people. And there'll probably be DHL chants. I mean, seriously, like, I'm super impressed that you support the sponsors of the event, but I've never been to a sporting event, or any other event for that matter, where the crowd cheer during commercials. They did last year.
Yes.
DHL chants, all because they got cake on a stick from the good boys at DHL. So just tremendous atmosphere, a lot of fun, very light-hearted stuff. Crowd really get involved, and they really made it last year as well. I was super proud to, just to have been able to host a British Dota event. I was super proud, but to go along and be in front of those people, and I was super humble. I had my own little fan club at the front as well, by the desk. Like 20 people in a little crowd just cheering for Redeye, which is like, what are you doing? Watch the game. It's very humbling, and just such an amazing event.
And even the atmosphere in Birmingham, the city, in the evenings was incredible.
I'm glad you said that. Yes, because we would go out in the evening for just, for random food as a group of people, and then there'd be people all around the city centre because it's a very enclosed area. We're right by the canals. The arena is right in the middle of Birmingham, and so people stayed in all the hotels around it and frequented all of the pubs and the bars and the restaurants around that. And what happened was, it becomes very festival-like within a square mile of the city centre of Birmingham. And it didn't matter where we go. Sometimes I'd walk past someone that I already knew from the event. It'd be like an ESL guy or a lady from backstage production or something. And I'd be, oh, hi, bye. It's just because it was just so intensely close. And I'm not going to tell you which hotel, obviously, but we're staying in the centre of Birmingham again. So I hope that we experience that stuff in the evenings as well. And hopefully it'll be nice and warm. Hopefully we finish the Dota before the Champions League final starts, so that we can all go into the centre of Birmingham and cheer for some footy as well, since it's both English sides this year.
Well,
that would be fun too. So really looking forward to it, the whole thing.
Let's talk about the teams quickly, right? Because I want to ask you the favourite, but let's just take Team Secret out of the equation.
Okay. It would have been the easy one, wouldn't it?
Because obviously Team Secret are flying high. Like, it's too easy to say, oh yeah, let's pick them as a favourite. Yeah. But if you weren't going to pick Team Secret,
are you asking me for an outsider? Are you asking me for like a realistic underdog?
Underdog is one. Dark horse is one thing.
Dark horse, yeah.
But who's going to challenge Team Secret? That's
I think question. The obvious ones are probably OG, Liquid, and EG.
Do you really think OG have that?
Yeah, I do. I think with Anna back and the communication seems better already. They're already playing better as a unit. I think that they'll have made advances as well. And I think just having Anna back galvanises the other four. I think it makes them think. With all due respect to ILTW, I think he was a good player. I just don't think he fit right into this team. It's a bit like what happened with them last year when they were going through different players in that position. Until they got Anna back, suddenly it all just clicked again. And he's that kind of player for them. So I think they will challenge.
And Liquid have definitely stepped
Liquid will
up
definitely challenge, and I think they've got their mojo back after the major. I think it wasn't fully successful, but it was a good showing, and a good showing against some really good sides at the right time. I think that was the key thing for them.
But EG, you was going to say
EG. I mean, the meme is they'll finish third here. I kind of hope they don't in a way, because then it breaks it. But they're always challenges. I think that's the key thing that we've learned. And oddly enough, you know what? Look at the major top six, right? That's just happened, and then look at the TI top six.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. It's almost identical.
Really?
Now, weirdly, right, in different orders, obviously, but weirdly, that doesn't usually happen 9 months after TI. Normally what happens is...
Oh, pardon me. I should have turned my phone off. I'm awful.
You're so unprofessional. I've probably not turned mine off either. But normally what happens is after TI, things get jumbled up and change because, roster shuffles and what have you. And we had that still, not quite to the same degree, I think, as previous years. But it's very unusual 9 months on to get a top 5 or 6 teams that is very... static. Like all the patch changes and all the changes to different heroes has made any difference to that top 6, that core top 6 is still roughly the top 6. We get some interlopers like Fnatic are in there or Nipper in there and they kind of jump in and out. But the other 5 are pretty much the same consistent 5, right? Yeah. And we've had it at every single major so far. We had it at TI. My concern, not even concern, my worry is that we're not going to get an as competitive TI this year because those same 5 look so strong. And maybe we're starting to see a hierarchy forming. It never happens, does it? Never happens long enough. You'll have periods of 3 or 4 months of dominance, but then it disappears.
I think we start worrying about it, and then all of a sudden, someone comes out of nowhere and just surprises you.
And that might happen again in TI qualifiers. Right?
I mean, it's a nice story when you say, look, these 5 are definitely going to win it. And then OG come out of nowhere
That's what happened
and
last year,
surprise everyone, right?
That's what happened.
But what happened to the Chinese teams? Because, not too long ago,
Well,
LGD and Vici, we were just raving about them.
And I think they're okay. I just think...
They've not had success recently.
No,
they definitely didn't look great in
top
Paris.
6. They're still top 6,
yeah,
apart from Keen. I expected much better from Keen, I have to say, considering when you looked back at the previous major and they finished in top 6 and they played very well throughout that, and they came off a difficult minor as well. So I expected more from Keen. Other than that, I think most teams performed about right. There was a few uppers. I think Complexity finishing inside top 12 was good for them. Still only won a best of 1 in the lower bracket, but still, top 12 is better than most people expected of them. NIP, I think, definitely outperformed most people's expectations, and VP underperformed. But that was about it, right? Other than that, it was kind of what we expected, really. EG may have overperformed a little bit by getting to the upper bracket final, but they still finished 3rd. I'm just intrigued as to how it's going to pan out. I'm just intrigued. And Birmingham will give us a little bit of a clue, right? We've got 1 major left, so it will give us a clue. Not a full picture, but it will give us a nice little clue as to who's got what. I mean, I think it's a great opportunity for the likes of NIP, OG, Liquid to grab a big title.
Even Alliance as well. Well, I don't know about grab a title, but make a name, but break into
But do
this.
better, and do better, and measure themselves against some really good teams. And the same with Gambit. Gambit, I feel like we've been talking about them now for about 8 months as the team that are going to break through.
Yeah.
Well, they've got to do it at some point if they're going to carry on.
I remember there was a minor they won, and they just they beat all sorts of teams who would have rated much higher than them, but they've stalled since then. So
they've kind of plateaued, and I feel like they've got the potential in the team to go further. So shame for them.
Dark horse then.
It's not really a dark horse, I guess, but I would go with NIP.
Okay, they've been doing well recently, but they're definitely not ranked.
No, I think it's more because there will be an element. This is the classic case of Reddit coaching now. There will be some teams holding some stuff back because they won't want to pull everything out and put it on the table. NIP, I feel like they're the kind of team at the moment that they're still experimenting a little bit. I think Peter is phenomenally smart as a drafter and therefore can use some of that without giving away potentially what they really want to play. And they may even give away what they really want to play, but other teams won't know that because he's very good at disguising his draft. So I think they're in a good position mentally and from a team position, and they've definitely improved over the last 5 months. They were ropey as hell at the start of the year, very inconsistent, and it was a shame for such a talented bunch of players because it is a really talented team.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're finally getting ahead of it. The fact that they can finish in the top 6 at the major, perform against really good teams when they needed to, and then come here with kind of like the burden lifted off their shoulders. They're inside the top 10. They're probably going to TI anyway based on the points they've got. I think it just gives them a bit more room to explore and expand here. So I'm looking forward to NIP. I think Forward need a big tournament.
Ooh,
they really do, because they just haven't performed this year. I hate to say it because I really love the guys behind the team and I love the guys in the team, but they just haven't performed and they need to. But before TI comes along and they're just not a team anymore.
Well, they've been outshined by all the other NA teams.
Yeah, they have
recently.
So it'd be nice to see them step up. I mean, outside of that, not usual people. I think Keen will be okay. I think Alliance might struggle a little bit with the kind of lineup that they've got, and they've got a really difficult group.
Mick is out, I think.
Yeah.
So they're missing key players there.
So it's going to be really tough. I think Madara's coming in.
Yeah, Madara's in.
Who's a great player, by the way, and one of those players that I wish would find a good team and settle into a really good team, or just put him on a good team because he's a really good player. So he's coming. So that's exciting for us to watch, but it does balk them a little bit, and they're already in a difficult group. I mean, when you look at their group, they've got Secret, probably going to lose that one. EG, probably going to lose that one. LGD, probably going to lose that one. Okay, so there's one spot left because there's 4 go through from both groups, right? Yeah. So if you think they're going to lose to those 3, if they look on paper and just be totally honest about it, they're going to lose to those 3. Right. We have to beat Keen and Gambit then, which isn't beyond Alliance, but it's a tough ask with a stand-in, even of Madara's calibre. It's a tough ask to beat both of those teams, or win against one of the other top 3. It's a really tall order, I think, for Alliance to get out of the group.
Tough.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the other one, it's a bit more obvious in terms of who'll go through.
Unfortunately.
OG, Liquid and Vici, I think, are the obvious 4. But TNC, they're spoilers all the time. And Forward, if they have a good, please, just have a good tournament for a chance. Just play well. And they can take games off any of those other teams
well,
too.
This is their chance. This is their chance.
Yeah.
And maybe NIP will challenge EG for 3rd place.
Someone should.
Who knows what will happen? This is going to be an exciting event, though.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. I can't wait for it to start.
No, not me.
So see you in Birmingham, I guess.
Indeed.